guys, I am Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Metalhead from NECA Toys. That is right, my friends. I finally got a hold of one of these right here to take a look at, and it's really good timing because NECA just started open pre-orders for this. So watch this video, and if you don't already have this, make sure you follow the link in the video description to go pre-order this figure because it's only open until the end of this week. So if you guys are watching this at a later date, I'm sorry, but wanted to let everybody know that now. So let's jump in and take a look at this figure. So as you can see, this comes in a special deluxe box that we haven't seen with any of NECA's other Ninja Turtles figures so far. And what is so great about this is that it mimics the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS tape boxes. It's got some brand new artwork on there featuring Metalhead with a title on there that says The Mighty Metalhead, very similar to the way the titles looked on the old VHS tapes. And even the NECA logo down here in the corner looks like the old Family Home Entertainment logo, the FHE logo. It is amazing. And rotating that around to the backside, it continues. Look at that. We've got this amazing artwork of Metalhead and Master Splinter, but then we've got all these little screenshots of the action figure itself. Really, really cool stuff. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. It's comparison time! Look at this. I've got several of my old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles FHE VHS tapes here. I just wanted to bring those in to show you guys exactly what they're doing. It is amazing. So you can see how the artwork is very similar here. You got the FHE logo down there in the corner. You got the NECA logo there. It's really, really amazing. And look at that. Flipping it around to the backside. Check that out. How amazing is that? It really does kind of mimic the style of all of these old VHS tapes. I think it is absolutely amazing that NECA went that extra mile to do that. And it just totally makes this packaging just as collectible as the figure. I absolutely love the artwork. All right, let's move these out of the way just so I can show you guys that this is also a window box. You got a Velcro flap that you can open up. We got an image of the figure on the left, and then we've got the window that fully showcases the action figure and all of his accessories on the right. It is gorgeous looking. So let's go ahead and get this guy pulled out of the box and get a closer look at him. All right, so we've got our Deluxe Metalhead outside of the packaging, and let's start with the scale on this bad boy, because if I bring in the tape measure here, you can see that he stands right up to almost a full 7 inches in height. This is a big action figure, but it's exactly as he should be. If we scale him alongside, say, one of the Turtles and the Shredder, you can see exactly how he stands alongside those figures. He is much taller than the Turtles. He's roughly around the same height as Shredder, but of course he's bigger and bulkier. And of course this is based on the way Metalhead appeared in the original animated series, where he was a lot taller. He was a bigger character. So this is the first time we've ever gotten an action figure of Metalhead that is scaled to this size the way he appeared in the show. So that is really, really cool stuff. So of course, like I said, based on the animated appearance, which is why the colors are the way they are. I know a lot of us fondly remember the original Metalhead figure as having that amazing vac metalized gold on him, so he was nice and shiny, but that's not what he looked like in the cartoon. These are the colors he had in the cartoon, so that's what we've got going on with this NECA Toys figure. And he looks amazing. I mean, the details are fantastic on this guy. He's very blocky for that nice robotic look. I absolutely love the look of his face, but, the colors on here are really great. He's got the yellow bandana, the little red triangle eyes. I love the way everything is traced with like that black line because it really does give it a very nice animated look. And you can see that all the way around. You got this black line work just kind of working all the way through the figure. But really nice clean colors on this guy. And he feels so solid. I mean, he feels very sturdy, like a well-constructed action figure. I really, really love the overall look. There's some fun little details on here. So if you look at the back of his shell, he's got the little red on-off switch lever here. And this actually does move. Look at that. It articulates up and down. Now, I will say that this thing terrifies me. Of anything on here, this feels like the most fragile piece. I am so worried that I'm going to snap this thing off. It works really well as far as moving it up and down, but having a tiny little lever like that just poking off the back of the figure feels like it's screaming for trouble. I know this is accurate. I'm glad it's there. I'm just telling you guys right now, be very careful with this. There were many times where I was posing this guy around to take pictures of for this video. And, you know, every time I would grab him like a regular action figure and start bending him without realizing that I was just full on palming this little switch on his back because I kept forgetting it was there. I don't know how I got through this without snapping it off. Be very careful with this. You definitely don't want to break that little piece off. It's on his back, so I guess it wouldn't ruin the overall look, but come on, nobody wants broken toys, right? So be careful with that there. He's got another cool little feature right here because both of the chest plates actually do open up, which is really cool. Look at that, just kind of folds open just like this. And this is for one of his accessories. I'll just go ahead and bring this in now to show it to you guys. You got this cool little blaster type accessory. So this plugs into the little slot right there. It's a very, very tight fit. So again, be careful. I don't know. I kind of feel like I could break that peg, so you want to be careful with that. You've got this extra little cable right here, and there's a little hole there, so you can kind of guide it to that hole to make it look like it's plugged into the chest. But this is really cool because that way you can pose him with that blaster as if it's extending out of his chest to fire. Again, really cool accessory, but if there's anything on this figure that feels the most fragile, it's this gun, the little peg part, and this little switch on his back. Those are the only things I really want to warn you guys to be careful with. Otherwise, I would say that this guy feels nice and solid. Let me go and take this off. And we'll close this up, and let's go ahead and talk articulation on this guy. So the head is on the same kind of ball joint as we've had on all the other figures. So you can see the head rolls around. It looks left and right. You don't have a wide range of movement upwards, but, you know, it's about on par with what we've seen with the other figures. The arms have those ball-like hinges there at the shoulders. Now, it does get hindered a little bit by the round disc-like sculpt of the shoulders, so that's as far upwards as you're going to get them, and then they move forwards and backwards. We've got swivels there at the bicep. We have standard joints at the elbow, so it bends at the elbow. It doesn't look like it also swivels. No, it's just the bend there. You can see the bands nicely cover. These are kind of soft and pliable, and they cover the joint there on the elbows, which is what we've seen with the turtles as well. And then you can swivel at the wrist. You can also hinge the wrist there, so the wrist can move up and down. There's nothing in the... Oh, there we go. It was very, very tight. Ooh, and here I am again grabbing the back. Be careful of this little thing. But yeah, you can actually swivel him at the waist, which is like right in the middle of his midsection. It's hidden by the belt there. You can see it doesn't turn too much. I mean, it's pretty tight. There you go. Ball-like joints there at the thighs, so the legs can go outwards. They can slightly move forwards and backwards. Again, you're getting some hindrance by the very octagonal sculpt of the thighs there, but you can also swivel those. We've got joints at the knees. Looks like it's just a single joint, which is nicely hidden under the sculpt of the knee there, and then you can also swivel at the top of the knee. And then it doesn't look like we've got a boot cut. We just have the swivel there at the knee. So then the ankles can move forwards and backwards, and they do slightly turn side to side as well with some rocker joints there. So all in all, the articulation is pretty much on par with the other figures we've seen. Some of the blocky nature of his overall sculpt is going to hinder that a little bit, but, you know, I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think he feels super solid, like I said. The construction feels really good, and he's just a nice chunky boy. I mean, this is a really, really cool, very solid looking action figure. And get this, his mouth even opens and closes. How amazing is that? It's really well hidden. I didn't even notice this at first, but yeah, you can even open and close the mouth on this guy. And he comes with a bunch of accessories. I already showed you guys the gun that we can clip into his chest. We also have a slew of interchangeable hands. So currently, I've got him with sort of like these loose gripping hands there. You can pop those out of the socket just like that. You can see the little ball joint just pulls right out. You got the peg there. So you've got a pair of open hands that you can put on in its place, or a pair of closed fists. So whichever ones you would rather have. You can just pop those right into place. They fit in nice and solid, and that way you can change up the poses for your metalhead. And we've got a few other fun attachments that can plug onto his hands. First of all, we've got this awesome drill weapon. So these attachments do come straight out of the animated series. Again, they're not based on the attachments from the original toy, because the original toy had the Robo-Chucks, which was like a pair of nunchucks that would go on his hand. So this is based on the cartoon, so we've got this drill. The drill, I don't know, I have a hard time getting this plugged in. You got to really find the right, so there we go, I just felt it clip in. So you really got to be careful there. You know, get a nice firm press. It should clip into place. And look at that, we've got that sweet little drill attachment. And then, for fun, the humor side of things, again, straight out of the animated series, Metalhead comes with a vacuum cleaner attachment. This is really cool. It does articulate at the bottom slightly. You can see we can move the head of the vacuum kind of downwards and up. It doesn't go all the way flat, but you can kind of move it there. So this attaches the exact same way. You can see there's just a little peg inside. You can remove either one of the hands. It doesn't matter which one. This plugs on much easier than the drill, I will say. And there you go. Now you've got Metalhead. Look at that. We can do a drill. We can do a vacuum. Whatever Metalhead is in the mood for, we can do. All right, guys, it's comparison time. So I did talk about that vintage Metalhead figure. I just want to show this guy side by side. He is one of my all-time favorite figures from the original line, but this does show you the difference between the two. And again, we got to remember, the NECA one's based on the cartoon, not the original toy, so they are meant to look a little bit different from one another, but it's still pretty neat looking at the evolution. Original Metalhead and this brand new Metalhead based on the original cartoon series. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the Deluxe Metalhead action figure from the folks over at NECA Toys. I really like this one. I think this is probably one of the most fun figures in this line so far. I think he looks great. Like I said, Metalhead's always been one of my personal favorite characters of Ninja Turtles, so I'm so happy to finally have this guy in my collection. The interchangeable pieces are really neat. The only things, and I don't even know if they're nitpicks, they're just things I'm concerned about, are the small little pieces, like these little pegs, like the switch on his back. Just be careful with that. But otherwise, this is a very solid figure. I think he is really cool and a great addition to the collection. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, he is up for open pre-order right now at thenecastore.com. The link is in the video description. You have until Friday, August 21st, 2020 to place an order for this guy. He's not going to sell out before then. Place an order. You'll be able to get him. He retails for $29.99. He's also popping up at Target stores, but he's been very difficult to track down, which is why NECA offered this pre-order. So if you guys really want it, you've got a couple days to order it. Don't miss out. He is a very cool figure. Guys, thank you so very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.